All right. Good morning. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Obviously, your daily host to bring you the latest around Arsenal transfer news, transfer gossip, um, confirmed news, team news, match previews, wherever you want about Arsenal. I'm your man, and I always get you covered. I'm proud of it, by the way. We are very close to 18,000 subscribers. Please do subscribe. We should hit that by today, and then we start on the road to 19k. Thank you so much, by the way, for subscribing. It really means a lot. People who always guide me and you tell me, because this is this, please do change here. I also appreciate that. It has helped this channel to grow so much, and it's a little bit of a debate. Some people tell me because you don't do the rumors. Other people tell me because you do the rumors. So please comment and tell me, should I do the transfer rumors, or should I leave out the transfer rumors? Because I can actually, because this channel was built on transfer talk. Yeah, that's where we were built. But if you don't want the transfer talk, please do tell me. However, as I wait for your response, I'm gonna be talking about a couple of transfer gossip stories. Emiliano Buendia, William Saliba, Florin Balogun, and a couple of other players that we've been linked. It's quite interesting, but I should say this. This morning, we are linked with a player that is worth 115 million, and it's a buyout clause. So that means we need to trigger that amount to get him out. I mean, it's a little bit crazy, isn't it? But smash the like button. Let us get them to 500 likes as our target, and then we get the party rolling. So where do we start? William Saliba. That is the headline. So to make it don't look like a scam, let us start with Saliba. Now, I know you have heard these rumors, and they are true. Arsenal is actually considering selling William Saliba. Not on a loan deal in January, but they have agreed with the parties concerned with William Saliba that if there is a deal that takes the player out of the club on a permanent deal, it should happen. And no wonder we have been seeing a couple of reports, a couple of stories linking Arsenal with John Stones, with Eric Garcia, who is now a Barcelona player in kind. I think these stories are coming from the fact that William Saliba is never going to play for Arsenal, and for me it is such a pity. I know most people, just like me, most Arsenal fans, because for us we do understand him, and we know why he want. We know the reason as to why you want him to play. He's such a talent. We are never gonna see him play for Arsenal, and this really doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense. So reports are that if he fails to get a loan deal but can procure himself a permanent deal away from the club, then it's going to happen. We are going to sell William Saliba on a permanent deal. I don't want to rant. This is not a rant. This is a show where I give my latest news and probably views. But I even don't know how to say about William Saliba being never playing again for Arsenal, and now we signed him one summer before last summer. That was in 2019, and now in 2021 he has barely played 100 minutes for Arsenal. He is going away, being sold. Now look, the problem, this is the problem. The problem is not selling William Saliba right now, because you can get a player who can play like him. You can replace him easily. But the problem is you're going to sell him out there, probably at PSV or Dortmund, because there are some clubs that really understand talent. And that's why Dortmund is ever going to be challenging in Europe, because they do understand the value of talent. They'll sign a Jude Bellingham. They'll sign an Erling Haaland at 21, 19, 22 years, and then they sell them later. It's what happened with Virgil van Dijk. He signs from Celtic to Southampton, then he's at Liverpool, and he's one of the best defenders in the world. Now, I don't mean to say Saliba is at the caliber or stage of Virgil van Dijk. That's not what I mean. But these are talents that have really shaped and carved themselves out of danger, and you need to take caution. You need to have them by your side. We have a chance to have one of the best young defenders in the world. We have already seen Fofana and Leicester City do the job, then what more evidence did we need? What more evidence does Arsenal need that William Saliba will be quite a successful defender? Why don't you give him five matches and see? We have given a couple of players that are really crap chances. Granit Xhaka, how long have we stayed with Granit Xhaka for all this time? And he's always getting the chances, the pardons. Getting the pardons all the time. How long have we played Edin Ketia and he's not coming through? How long have we played Willock and he's not coming through? But we cannot play Saliba because because what? He's French, because the manager doesn't like him. It doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make any sense for me. So if you see a permanent deal for William Saliba, don't say I didn't tell you. And that's why we need to keep ourselves informed. I can't really do away with the transfer rumors, however much I want to. We need to get this information on our fingertips. But away from that, yesterday a story dropped through about We Get Buendia, and okay, the story was that Arsenal had agreed personal terms with the player and a price in the region of 14 to 20 million. And I expressed my grievances. I said, it doesn't look like a perfect story. First and foremost, the source was not so much of a credible one. The other thing I looked at was 14 to 20 million. I don't think that's the price. That's the region in which Norwich would actually want to take the to take their player off the radar. So I didn't actually agree to it, and I'm still we are still monitoring that. Let's see whether Arsenal are really serious about We Get Buendia. Like I've told you, it's either going to be one permanent deal and a loan deal, or it's going to be one permanent deal like this. I don't expect Arsenal to sign so many players. The maximum could be a 2, and the minimum probably what should we say? The minimum could be 1 player, and then the maximum could be 2. But allow me delve into the news around Arsenal this morning, all the transfers, and I'll start with the Julian Brandt update, where Michael Zog, oh my god, I still remember last summer United were entangled with Michael Zog, and now we are the one entangled with him. And trust me, he's not one of the easiest guys there. Sporting director at Borussia Dortmund, he said the future of Julian Brandt is still stuck with Dortmund, so they don't expect him to make a move this winter. And yeah, I mean, we want him. He's a talented player. He's a very good player. But sorry, Dortmund, I don't think he's a player we need to waste a lot of energy trying to track down. If we get him, like I think we can make him the next big thing in 2-3 years. Yeah, he's not going to become an immediate spark, because even at Dortmund, he's not a spark right away. And I think that is where we could have seen a lot of him when I was at Leverkusen playing with the club. Probably it's the kind of talent and the role he was playing at Leverkusen, because when he was at Leverkusen, he was more of a winger. Hakan Çalhanoğlu playing the number 10, which Arsenal apparently want him to play when he signs. But when he was there, I think he had a lot of guidance from Eric Maximo Choupo-Moting, from players like Hakan Çalhanoğlu, from players like Stefan Kiesling. You can name that era at Bayer Leverkusen. Now he's at Dortmund, and there is a lot of competition. Yeah, you have Jadon Sancho, you have Mahmoud Dawood, you have Toganaza. So you have to fight for your place at Dortmund. And for me, if Julian Brandt wants to prove himself worthy, he's got to fight for his place at Dortmund. Yeah, he's got to fight for his place at Dortmund. And I don't mean he's no bad player. He's a very good player. But Michael Sock says that the transfer might not happen this winter. However, I want to draw interest to one Carlos Sola, who is linked with us. Now I'll do a video about him, an extended video about him, around 10 minutes, trying to see how we can actually help us know what his deal could be. But this guy is playing with Valencia in the midfield, and what is interesting is he has a release clause of 115 million. Are you fucking kidding me? We are done with, look, we signed Thomas Partey, and I'm done with release clauses. And look, I'm done with release clauses. They can make your life hell in the transfer, in the transfer window. But look, I don't see Arsenal going for Carlos Sola, especially if he has a release clause of 115 million. Probably Valencia will have to think of asking around 60 million or 70 million as a mercy, which I don't see Arsenal go for. So maybe Arsenal will look somewhere else, and that is none other than Ryan Christie. And according to 90min.com, Arsenal are interested in a move for Celtic midfielder Ryan Christie. The Scottish international has been linked with a number of Premier League clubs, including Leicester City, Newcastle, Southampton, Brighton, Burnley, after 3 highly impressive seasons at Celtic. And I told you, Arsenal are planning to use a one Kian Tierney, the best left back in the world, to draw the interest of Ryan Christie to us. So he could cost us around £20 million. Let's see how that unfolds. Rob Holding is very close to a new contract. Congratulations, Rob. I don't know whether he has done so well. Trust me, I cannot really say he has done so well. But I mean, if he's getting a new contract, according to Mikel Arteta and Edu, then he has, then he deserves it. Truth be told, I think he has had a couple of good performances in the last 3 games against Everton, against Manchester, against Everton, against Chelsea, against Brighton, and West Bromwich Albion. I think he has, he's been doing well, but I still don't feel him. I still don't feel. Okay, if he was staying with Pablo Mari staying, Gabriel Magalhaes staying, and William Saliba staying, probably I should have said we have a formidable defensive force. But losing Saliba to keep Rob Holding, to keep Callum Chambers, it doesn't make sense for me. It really doesn't. I mean, I want to, but it doesn't make sense for me. And according to Lee Equip, actually, Arsenal defender William Saliba is willing to take a pay cut to leave the Emirates in this month, January transfer window. Willing to pay, these amounts of frustration when a player is willing to take a pay cut. Saliba is barely 20 years of age and is already willing to take a pay cut to leave Arsenal. You can sense the amount of frustration. You can sense how, fed up. He has already said it that he's locked up. He's like in jail at Arsenal. Surely he feels he's one of the best, if not the best defender at Arsenal. And you either got to prove him right or wrong by giving him game time. If you don't give him game time, he's never going to be there. I mean, it was simple as that. And Mikel Arteta couldn't see. However, as we are looking to offload him, we are looking at the future. And we are looking at that future in Roma defender Roger Ibanez. According to Calcio Mercato, the 22-year-old has forced his way in the first team at Roma and has quickly established himself as a key member in the Italian side, prompting interest from Premier League clubs. Look, I don't know much about Ibanez. I really do not follow him. I've tried to watch him, his clips. I'll see a couple of matches, Roma playing. I have the ability to, thank God, but I mean, we are signing a 22-year-old defender, and we're letting a 20-year-old defender go. What difference does it make? We have not given Saliba a chance, and we are bringing in Roger Ibanez. We even don't know whether he's going to work. It doesn't make sense, but probably that is it. And please do make sure you have subscribed. I mean, this has been like a reaction video, a rage, but trust me, it is purely news, and I really do appreciate. Like I said, use the comment box if there is anything you don't like about this channel. Like yesterday, I did this story about We Get Buendia, and it wasn't really true because I've not seen the story anywhere else. I was waiting for an official source, to go ahead with the development about the story, but it didn't really come through. So I'm sorry about that. Please bear with me. The transfer rumors are so many. So let us go with your comments. Would you like me to keep up with the transfer gossip? Would you like me to drop it? Make sure you comment. And I'm going to take your comments very seriously. And if you do not want to, if you want to see more of the transfer gossip, put a like on the video. If you hate the transfer rumors and gossip, put a dislike on the video. I'll be very, very glad to receive your feedback, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. wow, it made sense because yeah.